Got him. In net. Good one. That worm, buddy. Yeah. I'll pull it down. There's another bite there. It's right on that point. We got white. No, I don't think she's out of that. Giant. Here she goes. Missed her the first time. Threw back on her bed and she got it. Fuck yes. Ain't killing on a bag, boys. Working on it now, ain't we? Dude, she walked off with it and she's... Bag now, son. That's number 5. The stupid worm. He hit it twice. Stupid worm. All right, everybody, here we go. Welcome back to another episode of Tight Splice Charters. Captain Cody Davis here with you guys as always. Hope you enjoyed those those opening fish catches. Those opening clips there, that was from a 23.5 pound bag me and Kelly put together in a small tournament down here on the south end of Lake Okeechobee just a couple weeks ago. I guess 2 weeks ago it is now. We really just fished it just to kind of knock the rust off and get a little bit of practice in, pre-practice in for the Roland Martin Marine Series Championship, which we are going to be fishing here in this video. This is the official video. This is all of my practice leading into the video, leading into the tournament, what you're going to be watching. And it was super fun, got the win in the tournament, super cool. But at the end of the day, that whole deal means absolutely nothing now. I really thought I was going to be able to practice a lot more for this event, but things came up, things got busy. So really, I'm going to have 3 days of practice leading into the tournament now, and that's okay. Just because we've had such a complete change in weather. You can see above me, bluebird skies, it's in the mid 50s right now. It was cold this morning. It's going to be in the mid 30s tomorrow morning when I'm actually going to be on the lake. So it's a complete reset for everybody, which is always good. And we're going to have a warming trend leading into the tournament. I think it's going to take 60 pounds to win. I think it's going to take 30 pounds a day. I truly feel that way. It's just shaping up to be that kind of tournament, and hopefully we come out on top. That's the main goal. But either way, no matter we get first or last, I'm going to post this video and show you how I approach Lake Okeechobee in a tournament situation. I have not been on the lake in 9 days. And for any of you guys watching from anywhere else in the country, that's basically equivalent to you not being on your home water in 9 weeks. Lake Okeechobee changes every single day. So 9 days, it's going to be a completely different lake out there. So I'm literally just writing off that whole bag we caught, not even going in there for a bunch of reasons. Wind's blowing in there. I'm sure it's dirty. I know for a fact tons of people have found that area. Those fish have been being beaten up on. Just want to start with a fresh mind, start with a clean slate and go fishing. So that's what we're going to do. I will kind of review real quick that bag, 23.5 pounds, super fun. Caught a bunch of key fish on different baits. But basically what we ran into, these fish were pulling up to spawn. Hence why you see me dragging that worm super, super slow around isolated reed clumps, and those big girls were just kind of laying there. We'd literally watch other boats go in front of us, flip the reed, catch a 2-pound buck. They'd move off. We'd pull up behind them, throw that worm in there and catch a big one. I got lucky and just got all the big bites that day. I do really regret not having the camera running. I had a new camera. I wasn't running at one point, and I caught the sickest mat fish ever. 5.5 pounder. 5-pounder, I'd say, flipping the mat, line jumps, mat moves, braid squealing, just ripping her on top, boat flip. It was just it would have been the sickest shot, and the GoPro wasn't running. So hopefully we don't have that over the next couple of days. So that's basically it. Caught those fish, throwing a worm, throwing a swim jig, doing a little bit of flipping. But like I said, that means nothing now. We're moving forward. So what you guys are gonna be watching, this is gonna be 3 days of practice on Lake Okeechobee. I'm gonna try and document the whole entire thing, show you guys the whole process, and it's gonna feed right into the tournament, the Roland Martin Marine Series 2-day championship, $30,000, the best teams on the lake, and that is no exaggeration. We're gonna see if we can get it done. So I appreciate you guys watching. Like, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your family. Let's go fishing. All right, guys, here's the deal. This is going to be practice day number 2. I'm not even going to waste your time and showing you what happened yesterday, even though I said I was going to document everything. I'll just give you a quick summary. I had probably 10 bites, caught 2 fish. Both the fish I caught were under 2 pounds. I did lose an 8 and a 6-pounder yesterday. Had some big bites, doing basically the same thing me and Kelly did in that tournament, just throwing swimming worm style bait up to anything isolated I could find, dragging it real slow, and boom, they'd pick it up. I just got unlucky and lost the 2 fish at the boat. But other than that, walk into the boat. Wind has definitely died down a little bit from yesterday. It's still a little bit cool in bluebird skies, but conditions are improving. So let's see what we can do. About to say, you'll feel them swat at it. fat though, I'll tell you that. That's what happened to me yesterday, except right about there is where they come off. There's a 5-pounder close to it.
Cody don't catch them all. I do catch one every now and then. Bigger ones.
How much? Really? I was just about to put.
Ain't gonna do nothing.
3 pounds?
Yeah, probably not close.
There you go. All right, guys, tournament is over and done with. This is the Monday morning afterwards. Just going to kind of go into review for you guys what we fished, what we found, kind of how everything went. If you're asking where tournament or practice day 3 is, I didn't practice on day 3 because I felt very good about everything me and Kelly found on day 2, which went a lot better than it might look to you guys on film. We shook off a ton of fish. Obviously, I didn't put us shaking off fish in the video because I didn't want to bore you guys to death. But we had a ton of bites, ton of good bites. Kelly did lose one over 6, and I think another one over 5. He caught that 5-pounder. So we knew we were around some good fish. We were around a lot of fish. I mean, we had, I said we shook off a ton that day. We also ran around. We ran around and tried some new water, and just to no avail. We never found anything as productive as where we started and where you see us catch those fish in the video. So lo and behold, that's where we fished the majority of this tournament, was in there, and all we pretty much did was punch mats for 2 days. We didn't just punch mats. They were very, very specific mats. You had to flip to a very specific spot in the mat, and the mats had to be situated in a very particular way and area. Never found anything quite like this before on the lake, but it was very detail orientated. And it was just crazy how, like, if it was this far off of what it needed to be, you would not get bit. But if you looked at it and said, that's the right stuff, that's where they were. And basically, I could save you guys the trouble. I mean, some of the fish you saw us catch, you're going to see us catch in this video, are on like a gambler, big, easy swim bait, reeling it over some of the spawning area behind the mats. But I broke my weight off at the very end of the day yesterday, so just tied this on. But we were flipping 1.5 ounce tungsten with... Kelly was flipping a beaver style bait, and I was flipping a craw style bait both days, all day. Kelly did catch more fish than me both days, I would say. So maybe that there was something to that beaver style bait that they were just jumping on a little quicker. But a lot of times in the mats, I just like flipping a craw because it goes through, penetrates a lot easier, slides through. But we both caught fish. But, you know, fishing 7-11 flipping stick, 65-pound braid. That's what you guys are going to be watching here. So either way, didn't practice day 3. Saturday came around, got to our starting area, and nothing was happening. We couldn't get bit. Something had changed from Thursday, and we couldn't figure out what. The first boat that came to us that was in there with us said that they knocked them dead in there yesterday afternoon before they left. Now, why anyone's going to be sticking everything that bites less than 12 hours before the tournament for $30,000 is beyond me. But that's what that guy did. Now, I don't know if that had anything to do with it, but it definitely didn't help us mentally. I think it was 11:30. We only had 4 fish in the box. Nothing of any size. We ended up pulling a complete audible and booked it all the way to the area where you saw us catch that 23-pound sack at the beginning of the video in a tournament a couple weeks ago, because we just knew we needed to do something. Ran the 12 miles there and regretted our decision immediately when we stood up. Water was nasty. There was no life. The boats we talked to that were in there were not doing anything. We said, well, it's the end of the day. If we run back to where we just were, we're going to have about maybe an hour to fish. But we did it. I ran all the way back there. We had less than an hour to fish, but I think with us knowing mentally this is all we have, and that area that's been playing with us in the back of our mind is no good, I think we really calmed down and fished cleaner, and we ended up catching all of our weight in that last hour. We had just under 14 pounds, which isn't great, but we survived. I mean, we set us up that we could, if we have a good day on Sunday, we can make a run at this thing, or even if we can't win it, we'll squeak out of there with a good check. So Sunday comes, now we're dialed in. We don't have that other area playing with our mind. We know what we need to go out and do. We know where we're getting our bites. But the area wasn't very big. So instead of starting there, we said, let's just run. We're going to run past it, and we're going to cruise till we see what we know we need to see. And we found it. We didn't get the same amount of bites out of it as we did that key area, but we were catching fish. Caught another couple in the morning on the Big Easy. And then I think Kelly caught pretty much all the fish yesterday. He was just on a roll. And we ended up, long story short, with just under 15 pounds yesterday. So just under 14 the first day, just under 15 yesterday. There's a plane flying over right now. Sorry for the audio. But we didn't get a check. We didn't win. The guys who won it had basically the exact same weight both days, like 26.97 and 26.97, I think. Almost 27 pounds. And lo and behold, they won it doing the exact same thing me and Kelly were doing, just in a different area of the lake. I can honestly tell you, we never had that Okeechobee giant bite in 2 days of fishing, in the tournament. We never had a bite over 3.5 pounds, which fishing the way we were, where we were, is very hard to believe, but we never had it. I mean, we fished very clean, didn't lose anything hardly, especially anything that would have helped us. And I don't know, maybe we should have really ventured out and really tried to, find an area that looked like that, another area of the lake. But we had the big bites in practice. I had caught big fish in there prior, in months past. So I don't know, we just got unlucky, never got a chance at that big bite. But either way, it's fishing, super fun, big learning curve for me. And if it's a tournament that involves punching mats, I'm there. It was pretty cool to see how details do matter, though. I mean, like I said, if it was this far off from what it needed to be, you were not getting bit in it. But super fun. I got the fish clips here to show you guys right after this. It'll roll into that. Sorry I talked so much through this whole deal, but I guess that's part of it. So if you guys want to come down and flip the big weight and try to pull a 10-pounder out of an Okeechobee mat, the time is now. From now through February, it's going to be really good. Fishing's really good as a whole. We caught a ton of fish. If you don't want to come down and flip, my wife and my father-in-law had 18 pounds yesterday and 14 the first day or something. They just missed a check. They caught over 40 fish yesterday, all casting, winding those swim baits up on top, so it was all top water. Caught some real good fish doing that. Everyone I talked to caught tons of fish this weekend. So the lake is fishing great. It's setting up to even be better. So if you guys want to come down and fish with me, like I said, my information is below. Give me a call. I have a ton of openings due to this whole coronavirus thing, just throwing everybody for a loop this year. My guiding schedule is not as it usually is. So a lot of openings are available if you guys want to come down. On top of that, I appreciate you guys watching. Like, subscribe, whatever all the YouTubers say. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Enjoy the catch clips and tight lines, guys.
Inside the locks. Get ready to rumble, boys and girls. Let's do this.
Might have been a goner. Get him?
keep him coming, keep him coming.
Tag him.
Why?
Limit of these is what we need. I thought it was bigger, but
Let me see him. He might help though, he's real. Maybe we'll get lucky. What?
this was dead.
I think so.
Yeah, it's cold.
That hurt? It's a good one.
Fat. What was the small ones? His head shook at first. I thought it was big. But
It's him.
thought we'd get us a limiter down.
Woo!
A little better.
Big one.
They hand me that tell them the rope in that box down there.
White. Bunch of rods, reel, jack plate. Oh shit. No one saw that one. Oh, you had oh shit, a big sucker. Better one. What? Yeah, that's a 3-pounder.
number 2 in there.
Let me
Back the other way. Back north. Yeah, that was sitting on one. I caught one right here. That's what made me look at it funny.
there he is again. That was just letting. Yeah, but
He must have got permission somehow, but I don't see how you can have off limits to get somebody permission to go
right.
to the lake and fish a turtle.
We're sitting on a number. He must be.